Uh, Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another wonderful Smitington video. Today we are going to be not playing an actual game, but we are going to be reviewing some footage. We're going to be talking about, this video is going to be about picks and bans, and my thought process that goes into drafting when I'm playing with a squad, or, this will work even if you're solo queue, duo queue, whatever. It's just like how I approach the picks and bans. And yeah, I hope it helps. So I've pulled up here a video from the $3,000 Joust tournament that we played. When was that? A little over a month ago now. So very intense game we had. Where these are 3-man versus 3-man custom game. A lot of money on the line. So we're going super locked in, try hard mode. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to watch through the picks and bans. You guys can listen into the comms that we have, and then I'm gonna go back through and mute the VOD and kind of just go through and just explain what the thought process is the entire time while we're doing it, and hopefully it'll help you out, help you learn how to approach picks and bans just in general, and yeah, give you some more dubskis in your games. So let's just listen in real fast and see what we got here, just to get the base knowledge going. We have, it starts little late into the draft. We already have bans done for the first round and the first pick, but I'll explain that when we get there. Let's listen in.
Also, there's a
Everyone knows that.
world. Okay, there, Hoi,
Oh yeet.
Aaron.
Dude,
Oh
that guy
yeet,
gets
Ron.
picked every game.
You want ADC
Fafnir is
guy,
up.
or
Bucky
we
is
go
up.
Fafnir? They're gonna ban what? If we take Hunter, they ban Fafnir, Bake, and we take
I think you should
Uzinbo
take Faf or Bake.
Bucky seemed a little bit more
versus,
risky into a Hoyi.
like, what pocket
Um,
Hunter are you feeling? I guess. I mean, we picked Bake into these guys. And remember when I
I will
slammed
have
that Hoi
Cern
with
or
Bake?
Ishtar.
Just blinked on him and just ulted him
Yeah,
under his Titan.
I think you Bake or
All right. You want
you
Bake or
Fafnir.
Fafnir?
I
Fafnir's
know with
back.
Fafnir, you have your. I have my combo off your hammer, and then we have an Amma 2-3,
All right. Your
and
choice,
we
Jesse.
have Amma 2-3 for Karen as
are you
well.
saying you want the Fafnir more, David? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying like that is the combo in my head that we have practiced that combo. Faf hammer onto Karen, into my ADC combo, into Amma
All right.
3 to
Fafnir
stop
then?
the Karen dash.
You cool
Yeah,
with
I
that?
think it's.
Mm, I mean, I really like the Amma Bake too, though. Like, that's a really good combo.
All right. Which one
I'm
you
down.
want? Which one you want, though?
You know, I just want to go Bake because he's just more pressure. I just want to run
Yeah,
it
just go
down.
Bake. Yeah,
There's
that's
just more
fine.
pressure. Also, it's
I'll
easier
ban.
too.
I'll ban Achilles, right? There's no reason not to ban Achilles.
Yep. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, especially with Bake. Yeah.
Cock.
And then they got. They could go double Guardian with Jing Chen or something.
They could do
They could
that.
also go Erlang, but I don't. I've never seen them Erlang.
Yeah, I just feel like they
Uh,
don't want to go Guardian because they'll have such low pressure, and if they do, we don't really
I'm gonna ban
mind.
Bomana.
That
I'm gonna make
works.
a.
Vomit.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
probably
it's
go
too brain
like
dead.
They're gonna go
Kakulin.
I
Bologna.
They're gonna
want
go
them to
Kakulin or
Bologna.
They're
Bologna.
gonna go Bologna. Yeah.
I want them to Bologna.
Bologna? Kakulin or Bologna is what they go for sure. For shark skis.
Oh.
And then I have Ishtar.
Oh
I
wait, they
have
left you something.
Hachi.
They banned Chiron.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they're just gonna
They
ban
left him
Hachi
the
again.
dregs.
I have Cern. Cern,
Who
Ishtar, Iza,
knows?
or Hachi.
I mean, you had the idea with the Ishtar earlier for catching Charon dash. I don't know how useful that is, but
I'm
Well, I would just 2 ult into your Bake 3 into Amma 3
ooh,
stopping
I'm kind
Karen.
of
there's the Ishtar ban.
I'm thinking Hachi might be your
I'm
your guy.
thinking Cern.
You think so? Whatever you're
Yeah, that
feeling,
early is
man.
nuts.
All right.
And it forces shit.
I like it. Whatever you're feeling,
Darling, I
I'm
still
feeling.
see ya.
Yo, you listen to the song too? Blona.
Jesse hovering the Chardabadis.
All right, wait, hold on. I gotta do
Chordabadabadus.
the classic SPL thing.
Oh,
All right,
You
so
ooh.
got it.
you want the CERN for sure?
You're
Guy's
so funny,
devious.
right?
Wait,
Meow.
guys, Donzaburo's open though, and he's got
Oh,
slow
my brain
immunities.
just fucking expanded to the size of my balls.
You want CERN for sure?
I want Cupid, maybe, or Cern. It's one of those.
But which one do you want, man?
Because Cupid, I could ult into Heart Bomb, and it makes Karen, it forces Karen ult, and then you literally can
Just
Amma
remember
ult
they're gonna
in.
go sprint. Just remember that. But if that's not a problem for
What
you,
if they? Oh, they could go sprint. They can't
They
sprint out
didn't
of
have her
Cern
off
combo, but
flush.
they could sprint out of. What would
Mm-mm-mm.
be easier? Just give me CERN too. Give me CERN.
Konoha.
Why don't I
Let's
answer
not
CERN?
overthink it. Let's not overthink it. Just be better. Just be better than them.
All right. So a lot of things happening there. That is the end of the draft. Uh, we're gonna go back to the start here, and we're just gonna kind of explain good content to listen to all through that. But we're just gonna explain all of the thought process that it went into that draft. Definitely a lot of thinking going on, but it all starts with those first few bands. So going into a Joust match, especially if you know who you're playing against, you want to do some homework, of course, on like what they like to play. If it's just ranked, which it probably most of the time will be, then it's kind of just like you're thinking of things that your team or you in general just don't want to play against. And if you're like solo queuing and you're not the one banning, maybe you can suggest like that your teammate bans X thing or ban Thoth or ban AMC or whatever that you don't like playing against. But as a full team, you kind of just need to come to a general conclusion over what you want to ban against certain teams. Like there might be like one pick that you want to ban against one team that you're not going to ban against others. So for example, in this game, we banned Vulcan, which you knew that these guys did like to play, and we were planning on banning Vulcan throughout this was a best of 3, this is game 1, and we were planning on banning it for almost all the games. So we immediately just get rid of Vulcan because we know that we want to ban it and they're not going to ban it. So we'll get rid of it first, and then we'll save like maybe like the more meta things that get banned for later on. And then our whole strategy this tournament was we were just going to get rid of Guardians that really like just cause a lot of disruption and annoy the picks that we want to go. So we had things like Sobek in mind for banning and Ares in mind for banning. We had Baron Somdi was another one that we were considering banning. But this team in particular didn't seem like one that really wanted to lean into the Baron much. So we just decided to go with safe bans of Ares and Sobek, and then ban Vulcan because we knew they like Vulcan. They did a kind of similar thing to us, where they tried to ban out our Hunter player who really likes the Uller and the Honor, has been having a lot of success with that. And they banned Osiris, which is kind of our first pick. And that leads straight into my next point about what you want to pick early on in the draft. So you'll see here we first picked Amaterasu. When you're playing with a squad, you want to kind of have the idea in your head of not only the first few things that you want to ban, just like a general idea of like I want this 100% gone, or like last game I got really roughed up by the Kulu. Maybe I'll ban him this game type of thing. So you want to make sure you got all that sorted out, and then you also want to know like a good 3-4 characters that you think are really really strong first picks that you've had a lot of success with in the past games. And for us, we were looking to first pick something like Amma, something like Fafnir, something like Osiris. And they got rid of the Osiris. We were cool with first picking like Uller and on her too. So they got rid of 3 of the things that we would likely first pick. And there's still more. That's why you got to keep it flexible, because you don't want to get everything banned out and then have be scrambling when you're picking your first god. So Amma was our say first pick, and your first pick and your bans, it's completely fine if they're completely different from what you see in higher level games, lower level games, whatever level games. It's your games that you're banning for. So whatever works in your games and whatever you determine to be the best strategy or a strategy you want to try out, just experiment with, is the strategy you go with. For us, that strategy was trying to get either any of those tanks, like I just said, the Amma, the Osiris, the Fafnir, and then either of the Onher or the Uller works too, because we really like those hunters. So they banned out 3 of them, and we took the Amma, which we really liked. And then they answered with Karon Ho-Yi, so they're probably doing a very similar thing. And we are thinking in our heads, like, what's going to beat Karon Ho-Yi? Something that I immediately see when they lock in Karon Ho-Yi is that there isn't a whole ton of wave clear there. So it's going to be tough for them to have a lot of pressure in the lane, because Joust is so revolved around like clearing that wave safely, and then you can kind of like shift over to the neutral farm with the red buff, the purple buff, that kind of thing, back camps, and pressure is so very important. So because they didn't go for a very super high lane pressure comp, we were kind of feeling, you heard us talking about in that pick ban about going Bake Kujira, or didn't we go? Wait, I thought we went Fafnir. Am I tripping? No, we went Bake. So Bake Kujira or Fafnir was the deliberation in this game. And the thing about Bake Kujira that Fafnir wasn't bringing to the table this game is Bake brings a ton of lane pressure. Like the guy has AoE autos, right? He can hit the whole wave type of thing, and he's incredibly tanky. In this recording, I actually brought up that a previous game that we played against a Houyi where I was actually playing the Bake Kujira, and I think it was against at least one of these same guys, and I played the Bake and was just diving the Houyi the whole time. And because I had lane pressure and got a decent lead, I was able to kind of take him. Versus like in the late game, normally Houyi just kind of destroys Bake, right? He just marks him, ults him, and then just shreds him with chin size. But if you can get a lead on him, a little 1-2 level lead going, then you can kind of beat him down. And so that's what we're going for. Like I said, we realized that Charon Houyi, not the greatest wave clear, not the greatest pressure. So if we pick Bake Kujira, who is incredibly high pressure, incredibly great wave clear, we can probably get that lead that we were talking about and really snowball this game. And then as far as second phase bans go, which is another thing that you're taking into account, we had a long deliberation about that. We're kind of just looking for things that are going to beat us in the team fight. So Pringles ended up banning the Achilles first, which is a high lane pressure god with a lot of poke and very good punish for Bake Kujira. Like he can kind of ignore, that 35% of your health and execute, and Bake, who is a very all-in character with not the greatest wiggle room in terms of like getting out of the fight / avoiding an execute. We were definitely looking to ban an Achilles. And then Vamana was another super strong warrior at the time. Not as strong anymore, but he was very prevalent, and he can kind of, he just ults when the Bake ults, and he's got like, a free ult. He's not getting affected by the Bake ult at all. The time dilation is kind of like Vamana into Olorun. Not quite as bad, but we're just trying to get rid of those like team fight characters that can flip the fight on its head and make it so our Bake ends up having not a good time. So that's what we're looking for there. And then for last pick, Pringles actually wanted them to pick Bellona. He thought they were going to pick Bellona, and they ended up doing that. And Bellona is a very just really strong early character, and then has really good boxing and fighting overall. But her range isn't as great, and she doesn't have like a ton of poke, right? So we are taking that into account when we were picking this last pick. So we have like a long deliberation, and this is very important too. You can bounce back and forth, the spitball between each other about what you want your picks to be, and then it does help to have that one guy on the team that's just like, yeah, this is what we want. But at the end of the day, it's all comfort. So we ended up going Kernanos, right? Which is not exactly the most meta hunter to have picked here. If we were going like straight meta, we would have picked what? Maybe something like Hachiman or like Amuzen Cobb here, or like Marticarus. But whatever your player is confident on and thinks you'll perform well with in the game is going to be the pick for you. Like, it doesn't matter if it's top meta, like Atlas Kuzenbo. If you just have like the best Terra player ever and he does well on Terra every game, you're picking him Terra. So we kind of like did a very similar thing here where it's like Pringles was feeling the Kernos, and I'm like, I don't see like terrible matchups for Kernos on that other teams. And if he's confident with the Kernos, then heck yeah, let's run the Kernos. Very confident in the pressure we have from the Bake Kujira, and very confident in our objective pressure and team fight pressure with the Amaterasu Bake combo, which we'd already experimented with in the past. So we were very happy with that combination. And then if Pringles is just like, yep, give me this guy, then we're getting him this guy. If he's confident on it and we think that he can perform well, he thinks he can perform well on it, then we're super down to give it to him. So, yeah, and that's how I run through the draft. We did end up winning this game in a very similar fashion to how we expected it to
Welcome
go.
to AFK
And I got an
Journey.
ad. It's freaking over. An ad in the video that you probably already got an ad for. All right, we skipped it. But yeah, this game ended up, we got really good pressure. I died early actually, and it didn't even matter. I was just so confident in our strategy going into the game. And the game ended up going 21 minutes, and we actually win this game off of the Kernanos pick. Funnily enough, watch this. He hits a root on the Houyi, and then he panic aegises, but he's already like 20% health, and he jumps out, and then I just still have ult to chase. So the Kernos went huge. Like I said, if the guy is confident on the pick, you got to trust your teammate. You know what I mean? So that has been a lesson in picks and bans. Hope you guys learned a little bit from that. Let me know if you want any other type of like guide videos like this that are, not gameplay, but, just ways that you would like explained to maybe like improve at the jousting. And this one has been a lesson in the draft, how we approach picks and bans. So, yeah, once again, hope you enjoyed that one. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you did. Subscribe for more. And I'll catch you in the next one.